Hey, I'm Virgo and this is Psychedelic Actualization. On this channel we talk about topics like self-realization, self-actualization and working with psychedelics to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. So if you're interested in these topics, then subscribe to this channel and join our little community. So today I want to talk about the importance of integrating the experience of freedom into our life. I mean, freedom is a big word and a big topic. And we can watch it from a lot of different perspectives, like the absolute perspective that we are freedom itself, that we are not bound to anything. And because we are free in the absolute sense, we can also be free in the relative sense, within certain boundaries. But generally, we can create our reality. And yeah, I've had some realizations, especially on psychedelics, but also just in meditation and through understanding about freedom and about the experience of freedom. And to integrate the experience of freedom into our own life is, I think, one of the most important things we can do in our life, and one of the most fulfilling things we can do. Because we limit ourselves and our freedom with our own limitations in our mind. Like, for example, there are a lot of different examples how you can integrate the experience of freedom into your life. For example, if you feel bound to something like a relationship, even if it's your family or your partner or a friend, if you feel bound to a job, if you feel bound to a place and it's just not feeling right. I see that many people are making excuses of why they can't leave the situation they're in. Like, they don't integrate their true nature of freedom, and they don't express their freedom to the fullest in their lives. And yeah, that's what I've realized over and over again, because I'm traveling at the moment. Like, you don't need much to survive, and you don't need much to integrate the experience of freedom. You can also integrate the experience of freedom into your life, not only in the physical sense and in your environment and your surroundings, but also inside of yourself. Like, you can integrate the experience of freedom in relation to your emotions or your thoughts or your concept of yourself, your identity. You can free yourself from that to go even deeper into the absolute sense of freedom, which is your true nature. I mean, you can free yourself from so much. You can free yourself from everything. And you have the ability and the power to do that. You can free yourself from the pressure of what other people think about you, what your family thinks about you. You can free yourself from self-doubt. You can free yourself from the feeling of unworthiness. You can even free yourself of the feeling of not being free. I've met many people who believe and who think that they are imprisoned in this society, in this world. But they don't realize, many people don't realize that they can free yourself even from that. And we can free ourselves from so much inside of ourselves. Practices to do that, to really integrate the experience of freedom, is to take the responsibility, that's the first step, for your freedom. And now you are in charge, you are in power of everything. And you can choose to live a healthier life. You can choose to leave your job and go on an adventure. Adventure is a great way to experience freedom. Like I love to explore nature and to travel around and to watch and observe nature. Watch how the river flows. Watch how the circles of temperature and of the day and of the seasons change. To connect with old trees, or big mountains, or caves. Freedom can mean so much. Freedom can mean that you create a vision for yourself and your life, and you follow that vision. Freedom can sometimes even mean that you set boundaries between yourself and other people, even though everything is connected. Freedom means you can do whatever you want to do. And for me at least, a good start of glimpsing what this freedom of self is about are psychedelics. I mean, they are such great tools. Of course you have to be careful with them if you work with them. And you can do it consciously, and you can prepare yourself to work with them. But if you do it responsibly, at least for me, they've showed me so much, and they've taught me so much about freedom. About freedom in the relative sense, about freedom in my mind, and about the absolute nature of freedom itself. We are free! I mean, it's so beautiful that we are able to free ourselves from the conditioning of culture, from the conditioning of our society, our upbringing. Like, we can really tap into true authenticity. Also, what I found is being completely honest to others and with myself is a good practice of integrating the experience of freedom into my life. Because for me, truth is freedom, and honesty is freedom. So I value honesty very much. Because when I'm honest to myself, and I peel down the layers of concepts and of belief systems, and I free myself from all of it, there's just truth at the end. And from this truth springs forth the authentic self. And that is really beautiful. And like every time, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Like, even if you don't feel free all the time, I do neither. You're still on the journey of freeing yourself and of tapping into freedom. Enjoy the journey. I mean, there's nothing else to do than to enjoy the journey. Because if you don't enjoy the journey, you don't enjoy the journey. You understand? You can even enjoy the feeling of believing that you're imprisoned as you free yourself from that self-made prison. It's such a crazy world. We are so blessed to be alive in this world. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you could take some value out of it. And I recommend that you look at your life and you feel into every area, and you feel into it of where you want to start to integrate the experience of freedom. Is it that you want to take charge of your health and your body, and to eat well, and to appreciate the food? Or is it that you want to free yourself of a relationship or a job? Or is it that you want to free yourself of suffering, and you go into yourself and free yourself from it? Just choose one area and take one step at a time, and go very slowly to integrate the experience of freedom. So, namaste, much love to you, thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in self-realization, self-actualization, working with psychedelics to live a more authentic and fulfilling life, then subscribe to this channel and follow me on this journey and join our little community. So I will see you